it's Polly here from Adventures Coaching and Clan Kokoro, talking about boundaries and how to set them, how to manage them, and this short video is some top tips for you. So thinking about boundaries, the first top tip I have for you, if you want to clarify some rules and some guidelines in a particular area of your life, think about these top tips. First of all, think about what the boundary actually is. What is it that you want to put in place? What rule or expectation do you want to clarify? And who with? Who is it needs to know this? Are you saying, please stop calling me at work? Are you maybe saying to someone, we need more time together in this relationship? And a boundary and an expectation I have is that we'll actually connect more. Maybe it's a stop hugging me and touching me. Maybe it's a you need to help more. Maybe it's a when you behave like this, the consequence is that. So think really carefully about what actually is you want to put in place. Because if you don't know what it is, I'm not really sure how you can expect people around you to understand what it is. Secondly is a top tip on being realistic. Like maybe it's a family member that you're not going to get rid of, they're part of your family. You're not going to say to them, never call me again. You might say, call me once a week and don't call me after 9 o'clock at night. So it's about being realistic about what it is you want. If you're in a relationship with someone, you're not going to say, I want to be alone all the time. You're going to say, I'd like some time alone more often than I get at the moment. So be realistic about what it is. If you're talking to a teenager and you want them to help more, for example, and you don't feel they're pulling their weight, then you have to actually be realistic about what it is you're asking them to do. You have to be realistic about the consequence. If they don't do it, you have to tell them when you want it done. And sometimes you have to repeat that and be really, really clear. So be realistic. If you're talking to a teenager, you're not going to say, never speak to me like that again. You might say, I'd like you to speak to me more positively, more often. Think about what it is you're saying. Try not to be too black and white. Number 3 is about being consistent. This isn't going to just change all of a sudden. If you're creating a personal boundary within a relationship, then it won't change right away, just simply because you said it. It'll take time for this new rule, if you like, to become clear, and you're going to have to keep repeating it and repeating it. In fact, you might just have to become a bit of a broken record. It might also be important that you don't try and change how you're saying that, and that you just keep saying it in the same way and help that person realise that you really, really mean it. And stick to your guns. If you really mean it, don't be confused and give mixed messages. If you really mean it, stick to it and follow through on any consequences that might come from that person not doing what you're asking them to do. Number 4 is about communicating. Be clear. Just be very, very clear about what it is you're saying. Be very black and white. Be very, very clear. Being respectful is really important. Sometimes people mistake assertiveness with aggression. So being assertive means that you're very clear, but you're respectful at the same time, and by getting your point across or making a message clear, you don't do it at the cost of the other person's emotional well-being or their happiness or their sadness. So being assertive with someone means you're very clear, but you're also very respectful and gentle. So remember to be respectful when you are setting boundaries with people, and they will have a greater capacity to respond to what it is you want. And finally, the last one's just take responsibility. Have the guts really to clarify and to communicate. And sometimes setting boundaries can be really uncomfortable because it can come from a really difficult situation, and it might be that you're trying to resolve or remedy a really uncomfortable situation. So just be prepared to just own it. So make sure people understand that this is important to you. Make sure people understand that this is a reflection on your values and your rules, but take responsibility and own it. Never use language like you've made me. It's always about owning that how I feel and using I and what I want and how I feel. So own it, own your boundaries, and stand your ground firmly. Puff up your chest, stand your ground. So I hope those tips have been helpful. Maybe you have some that you want to tell us about. Your top tips on setting boundaries. I'd love to hear it, because it's a constant learning game. There's so much to learn, and I'm always intrigued by how other people go about setting boundaries. It's a really interesting and really challenging subject, so do share if you'd like to. Next video will be me sharing a little bit around how I've been putting some boundaries in place in my life and how that's making a big impact for me. Signing out, bye.